Welcome back to the same place as last time. We all sit down too much and you probably know that, but this will be just a quick follow-along workout that you can do to help undo some of the damage done by sitting. Firstly, just look at my chair. This chair is absolutely terrible. You want something a bit more sturdy. If you have a chair with a back, that'd be great. If you don't, we'll have to just improvise. Okay, so thoracic spine's up first, so that sits about here on our body. So what we'll do, hands behind our heads, sit nice and upright. We'll lean back against the chair, and all we're going to do is just kind of arch your upper back over the edge of the chair. Okay, so you should feel a bit of tension in that mid spine. We're going to just arch back, hold that end position, and then we're going to come back. So we're going to do a couple of each vertebrae. So start probably halfway up your back, and then we'll go as high as we can. On the chair I have, I can't go too high, but just use whatever you have to the best of your ability. So we'll just get about 10 here. Just relax into it. Okay, you want to own these positions. Okay, so if you're at the end of the position, like I just was saying, and you're tense, nothing's going to happen. Your body's like, yeah, I told you, we shouldn't have been there. You were tense. You just got to trick your body. All right, we'll get one more good one. So just hold that in position and we'll come back. Okay, so the next one, thoracic rotation. So we're going to sit nice and upright. Never want to curve your spine when you're doing these things. Well, apart from its natural curve, but what we'll do, reach around the back of your chair, okay, if you have one, and then opposite hand on that knee, and we're going to twist as far as we can. You might get a good crack in your back. I just did anyway. I can just edit in a sound to make it sound like it was extreme, okay? And then we'll come to the other side. So hand comes across to the knee, reach behind the chair, and just twist as far as you can. Again, stay as upright as you can, and just hold that end position. And again, we're not holding that breath. So we're just going to couple out on each side, get a nice twist into it, and just relax as much as possible. Okay, again, hand to the outside of the leg, arm around the chair, and you kind of use the arm on the chair just to pull yourself into it a little bit more. But again, don't pull yourself so hard that it's becoming too hard, because like I said, you got to relax. That's why people who are like into like mobility and stuff on the internet are just like super cool, because they're just chill about it. I mean, don't get me wrong, mobility training when it's done properly is meant to be hard, okay? If you're not getting more flexible, you're not getting more mobility, it's because it's not hard enough. And having said that, don't smash yourself unless you know what you're doing. All right, on to the next one. Next up is our QL stretch. We'll get our legs about 90 degrees. If you can't get to 90 degrees, just get as close as you can. So we'll get one hand, bring it across your body and grab the outside of your upper leg. And then we're going to turn that way a little bit, and we're going to bring that hand over our head, and then we're just reaching off to the other side. So essentially, there's this leg pointing in this direction, this one's pointing over here. You want it to be kind of pointing in that direction with that top hand. So you don't want to be leaning too far forward or back or twisting. You want a nice straight line, okay? So this one is very hard to talk and do at the same time. You should feel a stretch in you might get it in your obliques down the side here, but we're really looking to get that QL, which is, as I said, in your lower back. So just kind of, you may have to move around. The best way to do this is to take a photo when you're doing it, or have a phone set up, and you'll see if it's a straight line, because you want this top hand in line with the bottom leg. And we're just going to hold this one for another 5 seconds. If you're really struggling, just listen to the smooth tones of my voice, relaxing you through it, okay? So now everyone's agitated, we'll move off to the other side. So again, we'll sit nice and upright, one hand across your body to the outside of the leg. We're going to reach that arm overhead and just relax our upper body down. You don't want to go too hard with this one. Come on, we are talking about the lower back. We don't want to cook anything. So just keeping that breath under control and just playing around with that angle of or the rotation of your upper body, because that will help determine where you're actually feeling a stretch. Super important. You need to know what you are actually meant to be stretching when you're stretching, because if you're trying to stretch your quad and you're feeling it in your ears, something's probably wrong. Now we're going to stand up. My apologies if you have a lovely upholstered chair. This is like $5, so it doesn't matter, but we're going to put our foot on it. Your foot is flat on the chair. You're going to grab the sides of the chair. Don't rip off the handles or anything. And all we're going to do is going to drop our hips towards our foot. So you're trying to essentially get your hamstring to sit all the way on your calf, okay? So we're essentially just mobilizing that hip and ankle. So you play around where that knee actually goes, off to the side, might feel a little bit better. Your hips are going to feel different to mine, so just play around and find where you are a little bit tight, and then you can just hold it. You know, if the movement feels better or holding it feels better, just do that, okay? There's no right or wrong. because people get trapped in just doing stretches in one way. Your body's not like that. Like your shoulder, for example, your hips, they can move in a lot of angles. And I don't know if you can see, but I've actually got, there's one here and one here. I've got like some very special guests. They're actually directing me. They're always behind the camera, telling me what I'm doing sucks, but you know, toughens you up. All right, we'll go to the other side, okay? So again, foot flat on your chair. We're just gonna lean into it. Maybe would have been a good idea to take my shoes off, but you know, we live and learn, don't we? Okay, so just push that hip forward as far as you can. Okay, really feel that in the ankle. Okay, you can just push off with that hand off to the side. Get a little bit of that, those adductors. And then if you go the other way, we're the abductors. Whoever thought naming them abductors or adductors, like I know it's from Latin, but like that's just so stupid because it's like, adductor? What did I say? Did I mean the abductors or the adductors? Crazy. All right, on to the next one, guys. So our last one, cat cows. So very common yoga, I guess, movement. So we're gonna grab a hold of the chair, try and get your weight into your hands a little bit, but you can play around with that. And then what we'll do, first we'll extend our upper back as far as we can, really feel that in between your shoulder blades. We want to get as much movement at the shoulder blades as we can, and then we're gonna go the other way. So round that back out as much as you can, feel that stretch, and we'll just come back. So head goes up, look to the ceiling, and you know what I'm gonna say, do not hold your breath, come on, okay? So we're gonna hold that top position. You should be able to talk, maybe not as much as me, I mean I can talk underwater, but you should be able to hold a conversation when you're doing these sort of not so hard mobility drills. We'll just get 2 more, okay? It's a big arch at the top, push into the hands and round that back out as much as you can. Hold it, last one, we got it. Do your best. Well, I don't know which is which. You know, this must be the cow. Yeah, it makes sense actually. It's a cow, then one big angry cat, that's it. Ryan's here, he's like, you're doing it wrong, brother. Right, that is it, guys. We are done. So, follow along number 2, take a seat. If you like these workouts, support me on Patreon or buy me a coffee. You will get early access to these before anyone else in the known universe, except for me, because obviously I'm seeing it right now. But wherever you're seeing this, share it, like it, comment, do all the things to make the algorithm happy, and I will see you next time.